Hey Ciara, what's the strangest or most random injury you've ever had?
I'm going to be honest with you, Christine. Mine is actually really embarrassing.
Oh, please tell me.
I'm happy to tell you. Do I want to tell all of our listeners? No, but they deserve to know. So you may remember a few years ago, there was that planking craze.
Plank? Oh, where you train your abs.
No.
No? What is it then?
Definitely not.
Oh.
It was like a viral trend and people would just like plank or like put their body in a straight horizontal line in random places.
Yeah, but
not to train their abs, just
Oh.
to annoy their coworkers and things like that.
Oh, like lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I kind of vaguely remember that.
But there was all of these trends in that time, right? Like there was planking, there was the Harlem Shake. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then there was this, I don't think it was quite as popular, but it was called koala-ing. Or something
Oh, where
like
you would
that.
hang on something.
Someone. Yes. So the aim of koala-ing, that's a really hard word to say, is your friend stands there like just still, and then you run at them and wrap your body around theirs sideways, like a koala.
Sideways even.
Yes.
Holy
so
moly.
you're like grabbing their back with your arms and your legs at the same time.
That sounds super difficult and risky.
Well, yeah, but when you're young and dumb, you don't realize that, right? So one evening, my friends and I we actually went to this climbing gym. So the floors were padded, and I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to try koala-ing.
But it wasn't.
It was not.
No.
Well, it was for the first few times, right? So I got my friend to stand there, and then I just ran at him, jumped on, and it was perfect for like 2 times or something. And then it was pretty late, and we were like, oh, we should probably go home now. And I was like, no, let's do it one more time.
Oh, that was a mistake.
It was a mistake. And then I go run at my friend, koala, and then, ooh, something is not right in my hand.
No, you broke it.
Yes, I broke my finger.
Oh, yes.
By basically slamming my hand into his back like that, and then the finger went.
Oh, yeah.
You can imagine. Christine's getting the visual. Everyone at home, you can imagine that.
I wish I didn't, but.
And yeah, I broke my finger, and then it meant like I couldn't write for a while.
Oh, shoot,
I tried to get an extension on my exams because they were all handwritten, and they didn't give it to me.
No, they didn't. They used to give it to us.
I was there in my exams, like ow.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but anyway, this is genuinely one of my biggest secrets because I do find it quite embarrassing. A lot of people do know that I broke my finger, but I tell them it was in a climbing accident.
Oh, so that's a good excuse.
Christine and our listeners, today is your lucky day. But yes, that's the strangest, most random, and definitely most embarrassing injury I have ever had.
I feel very special that you've told me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How about you, Christine? What is the strangest or most random injury you have ever had?
Well, I did think about this question, but I'm not really sure because I was a very careful child. Ooh. So I've never broken a bone in my life. So let's
I would just like to add, I was a very careful child. This was in my early 20s.
No, yeah, I guess I'm still careful then. I don't know, but I've never broken anything. But I guess
touch wood.
Yeah. No, knock on wood. It's a Dutch expression at least.
Oh, touch wood is how we say it where I come from.
Oh, well, we say knock on wood, but anyways, doesn't matter. But I think the kind of weirdest or most random way I got injured was I once bruised my back when I went sleighing from a mountain, which was kind of dumb.
I'm sorry, that's the semi Gen Z in me that was like sleighing.
No,
I bet you were sleighing, Christine.
Not that type of sleighing, which they're just like on the sleigh, like a regular snow sleigh.
Like
I guess.
sledding?
Sledding, that's the one. Thank you very much. But it was like one of those sound dikes. Is dike the word? Like a big mountain that is against the sea and prevents the sea from coming into the country.
Oh, a sand dune.
A sand dune, yeah. But it was instead of like a sand dune, it was for sound. You know, next to a road, and then you had this dune, and then on the other side there's houses and stuff.
Okay, I don't know what that's called.
I don't know either, but it's a dune for now. But those went like straight down and then a straight part, and straight down and a straight part. But if you went super fast, you would go flying. That's what I did. So I landed on the ice, which was quite hard. It was luckily like frozen solid, so it didn't go through. But it was quite painful, and I broke the sled.
Oh my god!
And it was not my sled. Also.
But were you allowed to do this?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was just a dumb decision to go super fast.
Ooh.
Because then you went flying. So.
And bruised your back.
Yeah.
Did you have to go to the hospital?
No. It was like fine, but I had like an achy back for weeks, and then I went to the physio, and they said like, oh yeah, you probably like bruised your back.
Oh no.
But I was young, so it was like in a couple of weeks it was fine. So
bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not try that again.
No. I'm not planning on doing that again. No.
Well, I am touching wood for the entirety of this episode and on my way home, because now this conversation has got me thinking certain things. But good that we started with this discussion, because today, Christine, we are recapping an episode with a hockey puck to the face.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. It's season 1, episode 4 of Friends.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello and welcome to Friends of Friends, the ultimate Friends rewatch podcast. I'm Ciara Murphy.
And I'm Christine Schumacher, and we are back rewatching the entire Friends series.
Why? Well, number 1, because it's safer to stay inside and watch Friends than go out sledding.
True.
And number 2, because we want to watch and share it with all of you.
So, each week we'll be rewatching an episode of Friends, talking about it, sharing behind-the-scenes content, and discussing anything and everything about the show that shaped an entire generation.
I love it. Let's get into it.
Yay!
So before we get started, Christine, if your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Ooh, tough one. I had a very easy answer last week.
Because it was your birthday.
Yeah, but now I was really thinking about, I didn't really experience anything interesting, but I did experience something, and I'm going to tell you about that.
Christine, you have to do this for the pod. I
know.
want you to come out there and do something interesting every single week, just so that we have something to talk about.
I know, but I observed something.
Oh.
And this week's episode is called The One with the Train People.
Oh, the train people.
Yeah.
Wait. There's so many ways that can be interpreted. We're talking either people who are trains.
No.
People who like trains.
No.
Or people who travel on trains.
That's the one.
I knew I was going to get there in the end.
Yeah, I know. So the story is that I visited Amsterdam this weekend, and in the evening, of course, I went back. And it was quite a long train ride to get back to my city in which I live. My phone battery is bad, so I had some time to look around and observe the people.
You can do that even when you have full phone battery.
I know, but now I had a reason for it.
Fair enough.
Anyways, but then I really noticed how disgusting those trains are.
They really are.
Oh,
I have
nasty.
noticed that people seem to choose to have explosive diarrhea.
I know.
Exclusively in train bathrooms.
It's awful. And that's also a thing that I observed, is that also people, they apparently forgot that we had an epidemic 4 years or 5 years ago, because they go around walking through the aisles and coughing, nothing covering their mouth, coughing on people. We're ugh. And I've also experienced people going to the bathroom with the door open.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, oh, it's awful. And also people picking their nose and then wiping it on the chair. Yeah,
no.
Stuff you don't want to know. Just always wash your hands when you get off the train, kids.
I carry my personal hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I need to do
me.
that too. I used to do that during pandemic, but now I don't have that anymore. But I really should, because it's disgusting. So that was my kind of boring, but also kind of interesting and disgusting fact of the week.
Thank you for sharing.
So, but yeah, what about you, Ciara? If your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Well, I have learned from past experience that I have got to get some good content for us for this question each week. So I spent a lot of time thinking, Ciara, what am I going to do this week that will make for a fun discussion on the podcast? So this week, Christine, my episode would be called The One with the Tiny Duckies.
That sounds so cute.
It is.
I want to know more, please.
It is. So I am somebody who loves having fun. I like surprises. And not only do I like receiving surprises, so long as they're good, but I also like giving them. So this past week, what I did was I bought 20 tiny duckies, 20 tiny plastic ducks.
Yeah.
In different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hid them around the apartment.
Oh, God.
And then the task was for my boyfriend to find all of them, which I thought would be quite an easy task because our apartment is not very large, right? I think it's like 45 square meters.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
Pretty small.
Yeah.
And I didn't hide them in particularly difficult places.
Okay.
You know, I wanted them to be found.
Yeah.
Because then, of course, once they're found, maybe he can re-hide them and then it's my turn.
Ooh, that's fun,
you know.
though.
So, yeah, I have hid them around the house. All over the place. Some were quite easy to find. You know, I would hide them, like I put them next to a picture frame, or like I put one on top of a snow globe. I have a little trophy in our living room. I put one inside there, you know, pretty easy ones. But honestly, some of the ones that I thought were easy, he found really hard. Like he sits at his desk pretty much all day when he's working.
Yeah.
And I stuck one directly on the beam above his head.
Oh, yeah, but that's just stuff you don't look there, you know?
That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. I just feel like maybe when I'm working, I'm kind of like, you know, when you need a break and you just like look around and you look up.
True.
But yeah, he found that one hard. And he said he didn't think that there would be ducks defying gravity, but here we are. That's a good Wicked reference if you haven't seen it already.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know the reference. I get it. I've seen like clips of it.
Oh, good. Well, as of right now, I think 18 duckies have been found.
And how many were there?
20.
Oh, okay. 2 duckies left.
Still 2 on the loose.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see how long it takes to find those 2. But that was great fun for me. So I had an excellent week, me and my 20 tiny duckies.
It sounds fun, but that's the same with like Easter eggs. You always find Easter eggs like a year later.
Well, Christine, what you don't know is I hid 20 tiny duckies in your house too.
I would love that. Please do, actually. I would love that.
Next week.
Nice.
I need him to find them all first so that I can repurpose them.
Okay, great. So this is like a great story. I loved it.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to get into this episode this week. So are you...
Something also very exciting, I'm sure.
True. So are you ready, Ciara?
I am always ready. Let's do it.
Yay, let's go.
So this week we'll be discussing Season 1, Episode 4, the one with George Stephanopoulos. I'm very impressed with myself for getting that right. I hope so. George Stephanopoulos, if you're listening, I apologize. Originally aired on October 13th, 1994. This episode was written by Alexa Young, I think is her name, and directed by James Burrows.
And we have a few guest stars this week, namely Mary Pat Gleason as Nurse Sizemore, Mariana Hagen as Joanne, Michelle Micah as Kiki, and Lisa Bright as Leslie.
I love that, and I really hope that Marianne Hagen is Dutch because she would love the pronunciation of her name. For those of us at home, I would read that as Marianne, but I love it. I love all of these little things that we get.
Thank you.
But not only is that a fun fact, I have a friend's fact for you, Christine. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
So in this episode, this is the first time that we hear when Ross's birthday is.
Oh, right. October... No. When is his birthday?
So...
Sorry.
In this episode, Chandler and Joey buy hockey tickets for Ross's birthday, and he says, funny, my birthday was 6 months ago. The date on the tickets is October 20th.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah. It is. October 20th, yeah.
Yeah. But the fun fact is not that this is when we find out Ross's birthday. It's the fact that Ross's birthday changes 3 times over the series.
Oh my god. That's
so
bad.
In this episode, it's at some point not in October, I think. In another episode in season 9, Ross's birthday is referred to as October 18th.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
But in season 4, he tells Gunther that his birthday is in December.
Oh.
So it's all over
really
the
bad.
place.
It's all over the place. That's really bad.
So Ross, if you're listening, when is your birthday?
Yeah, please tell us. It's pretty sloppy. So this episode is ranked at 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, probably because of the mixed up birthdays. But it's a kind of okay score, I guess.
Well, at least that's a number that we know.
Yeah.
Birthdays, no clue. 7.9 out of 10. I'll take it. Good score for me. So, Christine, do you mind giving us a brief overview of today's episode?
Of course, I'd love to. So, in this episode, the guys go to a hockey game where Ross gets hit in the face with a hockey puck, ouch, leading to an unfortunate trip to the ER. Meanwhile, the girls end up spying on President Clinton's top aide, our titular character, George Stephanopoulos.
Ooh, good pronunciation there.
Thank you.
Christine, have you ever been to a hockey game?
No. I have been to like a field hockey game, but never an ice one.
Ooh.
Because I used to play hockey, but have you?
That would make sense. Yes, I think I have actually.
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
In France. I have a hockey puck at home.
That's cool.
Which did not hit me in the face. I bought it from the gift shop.
That's a better way to get it.
Yeah, I don't remember the game at all. I remember the team name was the Penguins, who I think
is also
showing up in today's episode, but these were definitely French Penguins.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
That I was watching. So, yeah, fun.
Okay, so today's episode begins in Central Perk, where the gang is discussing what they would do if they were omnipotent, all-powerful for the day.
Ooh, omnipotent. That's fun. Well, first thoughts on this cold open. I have to say, Rachel's outfit, super cute. Did you notice?
Yeah,
she got her funny little apron on.
I know, the one with the points at the end.
Yeah,
so cute. I also noticed that, but I thought that you were. I don't know. I always talk about the clothes, and I just didn't expect that.
I wanted to get in there.
Yeah. I also want to say that when the part where they kind of like bash Chandler about the fact that he says like I would wish to be omnipotent forever, I kind of understand. Like I would also pick like if I had the choice to make whatever wish I would want, then I would also wish for it to be omnipotent forever. So I kind of like understand. I would be the guy from Star Wars that says like unlimited power and like rays shooting from from his fingers. You know the guy.
What are you gonna do with all that power aside
know.
from send lightning from your hands? Apparently,
yeah, probably like help poor people as well.
Probably.
And be crazy rich myself, maybe. I don't know, but also like help people, I think.
Okay, genies out there, if you're listening, let's not make Christine omnipotent.
That's rude. That's rude. And I totally forgot, but there is a very important thing I wanted to say in this episode, is that you lied to us, Ciara. The artwork didn't change.
That's what you think. And that's also what I thought. So I'm going to have to scroll down because you better believe that I noticed that, Christine.
Yeah?
So, yes, I also noticed that the artwork in Central Perk is still the same, right? They still have that, the neon men, and another one of the paintings I definitely recognized from previous episodes.
Yeah.
But, and again, I don't know whether it was there before, but I did notice new artwork.
You did?
Yes.
Which ones?
Later in the episode, there is a blue ribbon coffee poster, which I hadn't seen before, I hadn't taken note of.
Oh, I don't know what it looks like.
And they did also change the special on the specials board.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I did see that.
If we are considering the specials board as a form of artwork, well, I like to believe it was also not me who lied to you, but the internet. We're learning as we go along. But I maintain there was a new piece of artwork that was not there before in my eyes.
Okay. I will take back my statement.
And if you're wondering what today's special at Central Perk was, it's a Grande Gold.
Ooh, is that like a certain type of coffee or?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yes.
Never heard of it, but
I don't know.
It sounds okay, I guess. But I quickly want to touch upon that Joey is so cute because he obviously didn't know what omnipotent meant. Ooh. And he thought it was a whole different thing. But then Ross, of course, says like, I'm omnipotent, like sounding like he is the thing that doesn't work anymore. Let's say that. But Joey's reaction is so cute. Like, you are. I'm so sorry. And I think it really showed like how kind he is as a character.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure whether it showed how kind he was because he did say like he'd kill himself or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so maybe he was just apologizing for the overreaction previously. But I'll take it. I will fully take that Joey was being sweet to Ross. Yeah, I did find that very funny. Good. Yeah. I just love that the writers can come up with stuff like that, like omnipotent.
Sounding like, yeah.
Very clever. So yeah, thank you for sharing. Well, on that note, I do have a fun fact, but it's about our theme song, which of course we've listened to 4 times now. And I realized I wanted to find out some fun facts about our theme song, and I found out a few.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spread these across our next few episodes, and I will sprinkle in just one little fun fact.
Nice.
And of course, we all know now that the Friends theme song is "I'll Be There for You" by the Rembrandts.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy with that Dutch name for the band.
Of course, I would say Rembrandt.
Oh,
That's real
I'm sure
Dutch.
they would too. But what I found out was that the show's original theme song was actually "Shiny Happy People" by R.E.M., which is a very famous song. You might have heard it.
Maybe if I hear it, then I will recognize it, but the title doesn't ring a bell. But
Ooh, well, listen, that's your homework.
yeah, I will write it down in my head, and then I will listen to it next
But
time.
I have an extra special Friends of Friends fact,
Ooh, okay.
which is that I've heard this song live by accident.
Oh, where?
Yes. So when I was much younger, I went on holiday to New York, and
Cool.
they always do these kind of like random pop-up things for TV shows
Yeah.
on the street, basically. And we were walking past one of the television studios, and they were doing an outdoor concert, which was R.E.M. I think it was like Good Morning America or something like that. And so, yeah, you could just go and watch R.E.M. for free and see Shiny Happy People.
That's cool.
Which didn't have much of an effect on me because I didn't know the band, and it's not the Friends theme song, but it's nice to know I got to hear the could have been Friends theme song. So, yeah, more theme song facts to come. So next we continue with Phoebe complaining about not being able to sleep because of her grandmother's nocturnal activities. As a result, Monica invites her to sleep over at her apartment with her and Rachel. Then Chandler and Joey arrive at the coffee house to invite Ross to a hockey game as a late birthday present, which we already know is very late, or maybe not even in the vicinity at all. Ross, very reluctant to go since it is the anniversary of the day when he and his ex-wife Carol slept together for the first time.
Yeah, and I wonder, because I noticed like the wardrobe change from the last episode to this episode, and I'm just wondering what the timing is, because in the last episode they kind of wore like summery clothes, and now of course it's October, and now they're all wearing sweaters. So I'm wondering like what the timetable is between the episodes, like a couple of months or like a couple of weeks or whatever. Just I noticed that.
Well, maybe it's just the temperature in New York, you know?
That fluctuates very badly. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. They're wearing sweaters, and then later in the episode, they're also like sitting on the balcony.
Ooh,
so it's a very different temperature switch here and there. But
well, maybe it's just one of those autumn days in New York.
Yeah, maybe.
With a chill in the air, but nice enough when you're as drunk as our dear friends are to be sitting out on the balcony.
That also helps, true.
So one of the things that I noticed right at the beginning of this scene was I thought that Lisa Kudrow looked like she was going to break character when she was talking about her grandmother. It looked like she was going to laugh. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
And I thought it was because it was very funny when she was talking about her grandmother, you know, getting up to no good. But I thought I saw a smirk that looked like...
Really? Oh, I need to rewatch that scene again because I didn't notice at all, but it's a very funny scene, definitely.
Well, you can do that in however many years from now when we're back at the beginning of the Friends podcast for round 2. But another thing that happens right when Joey and Chandler walk in, of course, they enter Central Park counting the number of steps from their apartment to Central Park. And the total ends up being less than 100 steps from our place to here. And I thought this was really interesting because the exact location of Central Park is never revealed throughout the series.
Oh, I thought it was like underneath.
Well, you would think, because sometimes the characters refer to it as downstairs.
Yeah.
But... So here's, I found out all of this information about it. They say that exterior shots of the apartments show that the first floor of their building has a restaurant with a red trim, whilst the Central Park has a green trim. Yeah, in this episode, Joey says that it's 97 steps away from his apartment. It's
yeah.
But
Counting stairs or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
The general consensus seems to be that because the exterior shot is an apartment building on the corner of Grove Street and Barrow Street, and given the amount of foot traffic and automotive traffic outside Central Park, the most likely location of Central Park would be on Hudson Street, within a block of Grove Street.
I have no idea what that is, but
me neither. If anyone was taking serious notes while I said that and they want to go and find wherever
please do,
that
like
is,
draw us a map or something.
enjoy. I did not understand those directions, but I will just say it's close to their apartment.
Yeah, within 100 steps, so it should be.
That's true.
So and I really love this scene. Also, like the whole October 20th part is so funny. Like they don't understand like what's wrong with October 20th, and then Chandler says like 11 days before Halloween all the cool costumes are gone. And then Ross of course says like, forget hockey, I'm just gonna go home and think about my ex and her lesbian lover. And then of course Joey says, the hell with hockey, let's all do that. It's so funny.
You see, this is why I think maybe Joey would not be so kind to Ross at the beginning.
No, yeah, but like his facial expression was like very kind, but I don't know, maybe he has like a good fake face, I don't know.
Yeah, I like this too, but again, it's these friends are just so open with each other, you know, they're sharing the days when they first consummated their physical relationship. And also Monica's there, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
kind of
I do
awkward.
not understand Ross and Monica's relationship.
No.
Clearly their parents did something either very right or very wrong.
Yeah, true. So let's continue. So this episode continues with Rachel receiving her first paycheck. Something she is excited about before realizing that she won't have much left after taxes. This is made even worse by the arrival of her old friends Leslie, Kiki and Joanne, whose big career and family achievements just make her feel worse, which is sad.
First things first, I know that a few episodes ago, if not the last episode, we were talking about, no, it was episode 2, we were talking about names that we potentially could have had, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm reading this, I'm like, why did I not say Leslie or Kiki? Look at those names. Beautiful.
Yeah, do you like them? I don't like Kiki because... No, I'm not going to say that. Okay, there's a reason for it, but I'm not going to mention it here.
Behind that. Well, did you know there have been studies shown where they showed people 2 pictures, and one is of like a really spiky shape, and one is of like a fluffy shape.
Yeah,
and
Kiki is spiky.
Yeah, one of these shapes is called Kiki and one is called Moo Moo.
Oh, yeah,
which is which? And everybody says Kiki is the spiky one.
It's the K, like Kiki.
Kiki.
It's spiky.
Kiki.
Spiky. Kiki. I think maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
Could be.
Could be.
Speaking of spiky things, Rachel receiving her paycheck.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Well, I have a goof for you.
Okay.
I caught something that they were not supposed to get in this episode. So when Rachel receives her paycheck, the envelope is seen to be open.
Oh, I also noticed that. Yes, but I thought like maybe I don't know they did it like that in America or something.
Well, when she comes to take the paycheck out of the envelope, she rips it open.
Oh, okay, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So there you go. That's me coming in with my eagle eyes. Christine, I'm coming for your job.
Oh my God, I'm so scared. So, but I also like quickly want to say Phoebe is so dark.
Oh my gosh, I was going to mention this.
Yeah,
I love this quote.
I know. There was a cave in one of the mines and 8 people were killed. You worked in a mine? No, I worked at a Dairy Queen. Why? Like so oblivious. It's so funny.
Bless her heart. But honestly, I would prefer to have somebody... Well, we all know I adore Phoebe with all of my heart. I think she's hilarious, even if sometimes I want to say, anyway.
Yeah.
But I would definitely prefer her than Rachel's friends.
Yeah, oh, they seem awful. Like, the screaming annoyed me so much. Like, it's always the same and, like, in a loop as well. So you can hear the loop of them screaming and it's annoying.
Well, as we know, it also annoyed Phoebe and Monica, which led to another of my favorite quotes when Rachel and her friends are all screaming like, and Phoebe's like, look, I have elbows. And then they're like,
I love that one. But then one of the friends, I think it was Leslie, throws the girls like a very nasty glare. Like, oh, like you guys can see.
How do you know who's who?
I looked it up. Who is who? But you can't, listeners, you can see my face. But I'm mimicking the stare right now to Ciara.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh,
or something
scared
like that.
and confused.
Maybe I didn't do it very well, but it was like a very nasty glare at them.
Aw. Well, do you know, actually, this scene made me very grateful that we're doing this podcast because I got a call back to one of our first Friends of Friends episodes when we were talking about Rachel's jobs in the coffee shop, and you mentioned something about the chocolate blobbies.
Yeah,
and I was like, what is she talking about? Because but now it comes up in this episode. So excellent memory, Christine.
I know.
And that was just for me like a little win. So I hope listeners at home also sometimes if they hear us talk about something which maybe hasn't happened yet, or I hope that when they see it they're like, oh, yeah, I heard that.
That's cute, actually. And yeah, that's actually one of my favorite lines in this episode is that, like, I write the specials on the specials board. I take the dead flowers out of the vase, and sometimes they let me put the little chocolate blobbies on the cookies.
Christine, she does not talk like that.
No, I know, but it sounds funny in that voice. So that's why I do it. But there's another thing that my eagle eye spotted in this scene.
Tell me.
They're, of course, sitting on the bench near the window, and they can look outside of the window. But then, of course, they had to create like a street view outside of Central Park. But like people are walking by, and it is, well, it's not very clear. But you can, when someone walks by, they of course create like a gust of wind, and you can see the sheet that is the street moving. So it's, of course, it's the easiest method to create like a fake street, but it's a sheet that's just hanging there, but you can see it moving, like moving in the wind of the man that just passed by. You can, it looks weird.
Well, my question, Christine, is have you ever been to New York?
No.
Then how do you know New York is not like that?
Yeah, maybe it's all made of sheets. Printed
Could
sheets.
be. Sheets and REM concerts.
Yeah, I would love that. Would be great.
So, back at the apartment, while the girls are getting ready for their slumber party, which I think sounds like a very fun activity, Rachel gets a call from her credit card company and realizes she doesn't have a plan anymore, which also makes Monica and Phoebe realize they don't have a plan.
Sad.
Depressing.
Yeah, depressing. That's the right word. But so cute, slumber parties. I really miss those. You know, we used to...
I love how they prove that you can still have them as adults.
Yeah, true. But I used to have them as a child, and we would play Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation.
Okay, that's not children appropriate.
Oh, well, I was maybe a little bit older, like 14 or something. That's still too young.
It was yesterday, wasn't it, Christine?
No. But we used to play like Grand Theft Auto and just eat a lot of snacks and gossip, which was a lot of fun.
Ooh, about Kiki.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't want to get into that.
I will continue bringing it up.
No, please don't.
Anyway, I really love that they're having a slumber party. It just seems so wholesome. I mean, in spite of the fact that they will end up getting very drunk and kind of annoying each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so cute. Phoebe's wearing her onesie.
Yeah,
She's
that's so cute.
living her best life. Yeah, great quote in this where Rachel walks in and Monica's like, how would you like some tiki death punch? Rachel's like, what's that? Monica, well, it's rum. And Rachel, okay.
Yeah, I love
Give it
that
to
one.
me.
I also wrote that one down to mention because it's such an iconic quote, like, just give me the alcohol.
I really
Rachel.
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But speaking of slumber party activities, so yeah, they discuss all of the things that they can do this evening.
Mm-hmm.
And Monica says that she's brought Twister. And Christine, here's how my mind works. Immediately, I was like, Twister, the new movie Twisters, Glenn Powell. Full circle.
Full circle, indeed. But no, I didn't get that connection, but I just thought Twister like the fun, the game.
Well, no, because I was thinking Twister, the movie.
I understand.
Which actually may not have come out at this point. I don't know when it came out, but I feel like it was like 1995. I might be wrong.
Oh, I thought it was a recent movie, actually.
That's Twisters.
Oh my god, those names.
Those names.
Be more creative, come on. No. But and then there's also like another famous quote, or like kind of famous, where Monica is talking with the credit card people, And then Rachel freaks out, and then Monica says, like, Rachel has left the building, but apparently that is, like, a famous quote from Elvis.
Yes.
Like, Elvis left the building when he didn't want to give, like, an extra song at the end of a concert or something. But I honestly, I never heard of it, but apparently that's a fun fact for you.
Rachel just didn't want to be there.
No.
She didn't want to explain that the only reason she's not been using her credit card is because she can't afford it.
Yeah, she's poor.
You know what? I felt really, really sad for her when she was like, everyone I know is either getting married or pregnant or getting promoted. First of all, relatable. But second of all, 3 things which will happen to Rachel over the course of this series.
True. So it will all, you know, figure itself out, like they said. But I do understand, like, everyone feels like that, like they don't have a plan once in their life. Do you?
I don't even have a pla.
A pla. But like maybe a kind of personal question for you, Ciara. Do you have a plan in life, or?
Yes, that is to make this podcast the best podcast it can be. No, I think my plan in life is just to enjoy it, genuinely. Yeah. I just want to have the best life imaginable, and on my deathbed, I want to say I was an interesting person and I led an interesting life. So,
I would love to tell like a secret on my deathbed, like the money is in, and then die.
Wait, I know what secret you can share.
No, don't even say that name.
I was so close. I'm working on it, everyone at home. I'll get it out of her.
No.
Well, maybe something our listeners can help us with, or maybe you can, Christine, is I noticed in this part of the episode, there is in the apartment a photo of a man and a woman.
I've seen that, and I cannot figure out who it is.
Who are they?
I don't know. I've seen it, and I've tried zooming in on it, and I've tried Google Lens, but nothing. Oh my gosh. It's too vague.
I don't know who they are. Well, I would like to get some listener suggestions as to who they could be. They can be as random as you want. Please just make me and Christine laugh. You can find them I was watching on Netflix, and it's at 10 minutes and 44 seconds.
Oh, nice.
You can see this photo. Let us know who you think they are. You can get in touch with us on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial, or
through our email, which is FOFPodofficial@gmail.com.
Amazing.
I'm getting
I
better
really
and
want to
better.
see who you guys think it is. My vote is for Glenn Powell and me.
Yeah. I would love that. Please, let that be true. In this scene with the girls, it's so cute. And like Phoebe is so random. Like she says the part where she's trying to cheer Rachel up, of course. She says like, "You're just like Jack." Like, who is Jack? And also Rachel, of course, says like, "Jack from downstairs?"
Who is Jack from downstairs?
Yeah, who is that even? But like, and then of course Phoebe explains like who Jack is with the
How
with the
could
beans.
you not know it's Jack with his beanstalk?
No, I wouldn't have never guessed that. If someone would have said like, "You're just like Jack," I would like, "Jack the Ripper?" Like,
Jack
who?
Jack Gleason?
Yeah, who's
Jack
that?
Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson? No, I would have never guessed Jack and the beans. Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beans.
Cool band name.
On that note.
So, at the same time, the boys are watching the New York Rangers take on the Pittsburgh Penguins at the hockey game. Ross continues to reminisce on Carol, much to the annoyance of Chandler and Joey, although after a bit of time, he starts to enjoy the game. That is, until he ends up being hit in the face with a hockey puck. Ouch.
Ooh. So first thing that I want to say about this, and I don't know whether the quality of the Friends footage has been improved over the decades, but I noticed that there was a huge discrepancy between the quality of the Friends episode footage and the footage of the hockey game.
I know,
I was
weird.
like, how many pixels are in this?
It's really bad. And that you also notice that later when they are on the big screen, because the big screen is like high quality, but the picture behind it, it's like a picture because no one moves. It's like people in the stands. But it's like a very vague. Of course, it's the screen is in focus, but then nothing moves in the background. Like there is people sitting in the stands, but they don't move. So it's just like a picture. So it also
it's
looks
not a
really
very
weird.
entertaining hockey game. Clearly.
No, no, they're all frozen in time. So yeah, that's a strange thing. But I think that gets better like later on. But
okay.
Hopefully. We'll
see.
Let's
see whether you're lying this time, Grizzly.
And let's quickly cut back to like the street scene where they're still like on their way to the hockey game.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny, but also annoying. Like Ross finds like clues to Carol everywhere, like peach pit. And then Chandler says, "Yes, bunny."
Yeah, but
so funny.
I feel like that's a cultural reference that I didn't get.
Is that a cultural reference?
For sure.
There
must be people called Peach Pit and Bunny, right?
But I guess like Peach Pit is like in Dutch a koosnaampje, like a cutesy name for someone.
No.
Like baby or cutie pie or like Peach Pit. It's a weird. It's a little bit weird, maybe.
No. If my significant other ever called me Peach Pit, we would have some serious like Peach I can take, but
okay.
Peach Pit. All right, I'm gonna put up as a minor pause on this episode. Listeners, you won't hear it, but I need to research this, and I will get back to you in 3 seconds.
Okay.
And we're back. I hope you didn't miss us too much. So it turns out that I am not the only one who didn't understand this reference or this joke in Friends. There are some people online who also didn't get the Peach Pit bunny thing. Mm-hmm. There's no general consensus, but it seems to be the way that Ross said Peach Pit.
Yeah, almost
sounded
like a question, like
a pet name.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's why Chandler responded as if the two of them were lovers.
Yeah, cute. And
so, good we figured that out.
Yeah. That's a good fun fact for you. I don't know. Maybe it's useful for you. I don't know. Anyway, while we're in this scene, here is another example of how sweet Joey is. At least in my opinion. Because, well, he brings it maybe in a weird way because he says, like, that woman got an ass like Carol's. And then the boys are like, what the hell are you talking about, you know? But then he looks so, like, innocent, like, I thought we were trying to find stuff. Like, in his face, it's like, so he means it well, I think, in my opinion.
I think you just want to have a new crush in every episode. True.
This week, it's
Joey.
It's Joey. Lovely Joey.
Bless you.
Christine Tribbiani.
She's got it all planned out. She has it all planned out.
Who knows?
But then, of course, this scene, it ends with Ross being very fakely hit in the face with a hockey puck. Yeah. I could not take that seriously. But again, as in our last episode with the thumb, which turned out to be predicting the future of somebody finding something horrible in their chili. Yes, actually, this did come true. So in 2002, the NHL, which is the National Hockey League, I believe, they installed mandatory safety netting around the ice hockey rinks following the unfortunate death of a 13-year-old fan at a hockey game because of an incident like Ross's.
Oh my God, that's really sad. But it's good that they at least took some action, but it's really sad for that girl.
Yes, but that means that nowadays this episode is less relevant than it used to be, obviously, at the time, because it wouldn't happen anymore. Thank goodness everybody is safe and sound. But Ross, we still have to figure out what they're going to do with him. But in the meantime, we head back to the girls at the apartment where a pizza delivery guy comes and delivers the wrong pizza. The girls find out it was meant to be brought to George Stephanopoulos, staying at one of the apartments across the street. They spy on him, which leads to a balcony stakeout and some juicy secrets.
Ooh. So, first of all, Rachel, but like, I mean, the girls ordering fat-free crust with extra cheese. How
also,
does that work?
One pizza for 3 girls.
I know. There was also like not a lot, but I guess they're on a diet because fat-free crust.
I don't even know what a fat-free crust is.
Maybe no extra butter on top or something, like to make it brown. I have no idea. I'm just like I'm just imagining stuff.
I was judging everyone's pizza order because that sounded horrible. Like
yeah,
a fat-free crust with extra cheese, but also the one that George Stephanopoulos ordered. Mushroom, green pepper, and onion.
Ugh.
It's not doing it for me.
No, there's no protein. Or is mushroom protein? Not sure. But, like, boring, honestly. Like,
boring.
Why am I asking? But
I will only accept quattro formaggi
Ooh, love
or
that.
something with burrata.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I've recently also started loving quattro formaggi, definitely. And I really like salami. Is that an English word?
Salami?
Yeah?
It's an Italian word.
Italian word, sorry. So, yeah, I like pizza salami.
Ooh, you're making me hungry. We better move on before I start eating this table. But one thing that I noticed was the pizza guy just straight up walks into the apartment.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, you can't do that.
No, stranger danger here.
Yes, please. They need, like, especially living in New York, right? They should have some kind of safety measures. He could have, I don't know, come in there and done worse things than give them the wrong pizza.
No, true. But he was I kind of felt sorry for him because he was like
he was so sad.
Yeah, hard for himself, like bonehead, and then that his father was going to kill him, and just yeah, like I was scared of him.
Well, at least it meant that the girls could discover George Stephanopoulos across the street. I did look him up. I looked him up as he looked in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, I don't see it.
Oh,
I don't know what you're looking at.
I didn't look him up, but I will do that after this episode, and I will give you my opinion later.
But then, of course, this leads to them spying on him across the street, right? Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, the direction that they're looking to spy on George Stephanopoulos is the same direction, in my mind.
As ugly naked guy.
As ugly naked guy. Does that mean that they're staying in the same apartment block?
I think so. Maybe like one apartment underneath George Stephanopoulos. But but like, isn't he like George? Isn't he like super rich as like the first aide of Hillary Clinton?
I'm not familiar with their salaries.
I'm not either, so that's why I'm asking. But I would imagine that he was like quite rich, but he lives in the same apartment building as.
Well, I don't believe he's living there. I got the impression that he was just staying there. So maybe it's some kind of Airbnb situation.
Maybe. That could be. Also, cursing in this scene. Phoebe says like, that's not for you. Some word.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's allowed as far as cursing goes.
Well...
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily counts as a curse word.
Yeah, I was kind of like surprised about that, like the first curse word. And I don't think they curse very much in this whole series, to be honest.
No, that's fair. But this is also the first time in the series that Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe are seen drunk.
Oh yeah,
fun fact for you.
Yeah.
But of course, they head out to the balcony to enjoy their spying and drunken madness. Mm-hmm. I love their balcony.
It's so cute, but they decorate it as well, like so cute with the candles and the cushions and the chairs.
Cushions.
Yeah.
So, I have my favorite Friends fact of the episode, and it is about Rachel's cushion.
Oh.
So again, top moment of the episode when she leans forward, the cushion falls off the balcony, like down to its death, we assume. This was not intentional. It was not supposed to happen. It was an accident. But they left it in because it's really funny. So I like that.
Yeah, but then of course it gets returned later. But I just wonder, like, how did he know that it was like from their apartment? Maybe Monica put her name on it. That would be a thing for her.
That would definitely be Monica. Or maybe the girls are not the only ones spying.
Ooh. Maybe he's the stalker, like getting a sneak peek inside their apartment.
That's why they shouldn't let random people inside their apartment.
True. But while we're on the balcony, we are there with them, of course. No, I wish. But I have another fun fact about that scene. Is that in the uncut DVD version of this episode, the girls also discuss Chandler, Joey, and Ross, like what they would be like in bed.
Oh my gosh!
And of course, Monica didn't like them discussing Ross, but she went along, I guess, because she was drunk. But
do you remember how they described them?
The boys?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I wrote it down.
Oh, please tell me.
So, for those of you at home maybe wondering what the boys are like in bed, Christine and her Christine Tribbiani. So, Rachel thinks that Joey is like one of those kiddie rides at the supermarket. You just put the quarter in and it goes.
Oh my God. I love that.
Phoebe has her own thoughts about what Chandler would be like. She says he's hard to read. He's one of those repressed guys you'd have to seduce.
Ooh, and maybe she does.
And then, yes, as we've established, Monica, not a fan of them talking about Ross in bed, but Rachel and Phoebe both agree that Ross is kind of sexy and smooth.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's so cute though.
So you can find that deleted clip on YouTube. That's where I found it. And if you're keen to find out more, spicy.
Definitely, but I also kind of understand why they cut that out for like the regular version, because it's kind of like spicy topic. And I'm not sure what the
because
age...
Friends is so good at avoiding spicy topics. When we started the episode with impotence.
True, but I have no idea what the age range actually is, or the age limit, or like the whatever.
I would imagine 12.
So then you can already talk about...
Or PG. You can watch it with your parents.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe that could be true. So, we continue, and the boys are now in the ER, dealing with a rather mean nurse and a long wait time. While Ross waits to be seen by a doctor, of course, to fix his nose.
I don't know. His injury did not look that bad to me.
No, like a one red spot on the side, and that's it.
I'm like, Ross, come on.
A big crybaby. Who knows?
But lucky for them, while they wait, they have some exciting vending machines.
I saw that too. You are turning into such an eagle eye as well.
Ooh, coming for your job. Did you see what they were selling?
Yeah, fruit and milk. I saw.
Yes.
Weird.
I'm glad that you saw that it was selling fruit. I thought it was just selling oranges.
I saw like oranges and I think apples, like red apples next to it.
Oh, yummy. I would love to go to that vending machine.
I love it, like very old apples probably.
Oh, absolutely not.
But the nurse, awful. Like, why does she even work there?
Like
on the phone, it's the ER, like people need help, and she's just like, you just gotta wait your turn any minute now. Like such an attitude.
Christine, your impressions this episode, top notch.
Thank you.
No, she's not one of my favorite characters. I would not like to come across her. I personally, as we've established with my finger injury, maybe I would have just turned around and gone home. Yeah. I'll deal with it. I don't want to deal with Nurse Sizemore.
No. Weird name as well, Sizemore.
We're getting all the good topics this episode. Yeah. But, Friends fact.
Please tell me, I want to know.
So, in this very scene, this is actually Matt LeBlanc's all-time favorite Joey moment.
Oh?
So, he said that his favorite moment from the whole series is when Joey childishly pretends that the hockey puck is repeatedly coming straight at his head, which
so
I
funny.
thought was so cute. Yeah. Because that's such a Joey answer as well.
Yeah, true. But what I also really liked about this scene is the horrible, or like the dramatic dialogue from Ross, like, the moon, her incredible glow. And then Chandler saying like, I get it, or like, I don't know what he says exactly, but like, can I get some painkillers over here? Like, so funny.
Yeah, but look, that I see why the girls think that Ross he's at least like got some good qualities. Like, you know, he would love you well.
Yeah, true. He is a romantic, but he's also very, very dramatic.
Yes.
Like, come on, just move on, girl. Man. Let's just move on, man. And one last note about this scene is that how they fix a broken nose? Like the weird metal thing on his head? I've never seen that. But maybe that's an American way, or...
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have not broken my nose, touch wood. Knock on wood. But I imagine they set it in the correct position, and then you need something to hold it in place.
Yeah, okay, maybe that works.
But nowadays, definitely, I know at least people who get nose jobs, they just have the tape around the side. So maybe we've come a long way in the past 30 years.
Luckily.
Poor Ross.
Yeah, poor Ross.
But anyway, we end today's episode with our credits scene, which sees Joey and the girls playing Twister. Rachel gets one more call from her credit card company, and when asked why she's not been using her card, she says she's doing just fine. That's my girl.
Yeah, so cute. And it's such a cute scene. Like, she's so happy, like talking just a cute ending. Like she's like happy with her magic beans, but just imagine how weird that must have sounded for the guy on the phone.
I now you ruin it.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I thought that was so cute when she was like, I've got my magic beans.
Such a cute reference, yeah.
And then you're like on the other end of the line, like, what?
What are you talking about, woman? Doesn't make sense. Like, are you using your credit card or not?
For magic beans. Yeah. Don't get that mixed up.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, a great ending to a wonderful episode, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite episode that we watched so far, but there were some nice moments. Yeah. Again, as I will say at the end of every episode, Phoebe, you just know what to say, girl.
Yeah, very dark, very funny as well, and just like helpful, like trying to boost Rachel's mood as well. It's just cute.
Yeah, and I think we got some good Friends facts throughout this episode today.
I think so too.
So I think for the purpose of our Friends of Friend podcast, it was a nice episode to look at. Yeah,
very informative. And yeah, just I have some points that I want to say. I think the friends are super tight, and like this episode really showed to me like how tight they are, like also like giving Rachel, I didn't mention that before, but they also give, when Rachel is complaining about like her salary, they also give her like money in the form of tips. And I think that's also like cute, like supporting each other, and just this episode really showed me that it's fine if you don't have a plan, and it's fine if you don't have a lot of money or like a good job, as long as you have like your friends and support, then it will all be okay.
Well, I'm just saying, last episode Phoebe had a solid 7,000 smackaroos that she could have given Rachel. So
yeah, that's also a different thing. Didn't think about that. That's a good one.
No.
And another thing that I quickly want to end with is Joey is cute, Ross is dramatic. That's what I want to say.
Those are your final thoughts.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Christine, before we end today's episode, I have a little bit of a surprise for you.
Ooh, I cannot wait.
And that it is our very first Friends of Friends of Friends.
Oh, our mail. Oh my God, I love that.
Yes. So for our listeners, you may remember that we have asked you throughout previous episodes to get in touch with us. Let us know what your thoughts are about the podcast, what your experience is with friends, any fun facts and trivia you want to share with us, which you can do on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or
through our email, which is FOFPodofficial@gmail.com.
And I'm pleased to say I have one that I would love to share with you today. So, Christine, this comes from Ciara, Sarah M. And she says, "Hi, Ciara and Christine. I was a little bit shy about sending in this message, but I just wanted to drop you a note to say how much I'm enjoying Friends of Friends.
I love that.
I've listened to a few rewatch podcasts in the past and was secretly hoping someone would create one for Friends. That's what we're here for, Sarah.
Of course.
So really happy that you have both taken on the task. I think you two have a really nice dynamic, and I've loved hearing your thoughts and all the behind the scenes facts you're sharing."
That's so cute. we love making this, so
yes, I would also add that I think it's as fun, if not more fun, for us to record the podcast as it is to listen. So yeah, super happy that you are enjoying it, Sarah. And if you have recommendations for other rewatch podcasts, of course, Friends of Friends is going to be our top one, but send them in to us as well.
Yeah, please. We love to know, and to hear your opinion. And it's a very sweet letter. Thank you so much.
It's not finished.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Christine. So, Sarah continues by saying, "As for me and Friends, I used to watch it with my sister all the time when we were growing up, and it's become my comfort show now." She says, "I've probably seen every episode 5 or 6 times.
That's nothing compared to me.
Wow.
No, but
that's
still
a lot compared to me, Sarah.
Impressive.
So good stuff. She says, "I haven't watched it chronologically in a while, so this pod feels like the perfect excuse to sit down and rewatch it all over again from the start."
Nice.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I want to know what your favorite episode is, Sarah, if you remember from the 5 or 6 times that you've seen it.
Yeah. Please tell us. I'm also curious to hear. Yeah.
So she continues by saying, "I was thinking about your question from the first episode about Dream Modern Cast." Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Dream Modern. Oh, yeah.
I think I just said Glenn Powell for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That was your answer.
Thankfully, Sarah has an answer for us. She says, "Honestly, I can't imagine anyone else playing the main characters, but I thought about a few guest stars I would love to see."
Has she written them down?
Yes.
Oh, please tell me. Yeah, you kept quiet, so
I like to keep you in suspense. Bless. She says, first up, I think Zendaya would be great. Initially, I thought she could be a cool friend from one of the main characters past, but actually, I'd love to see her play a dorky character.
Yeah, that's different from like her usual characters, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. I think the last thing I saw her in was Challengers, and she was pretty cool in that. So yeah, I love this because I was thinking like Zendaya, yeah, she's just a cool person, but let's throw her a
curveball,
yeah, a curveball. Nice hockey reference.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that even? I think it's a baseball.
It's baseball
reference.
Definitely. So yeah, no, I would love to see her play some kind of dorky character. So I like that suggestion. Sarah has another suggestion. She says, other than that, I think Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. So having him on as like a rival coffee shop owner or something would be brilliant.
Oh my god, I can already imagine it. Like Ryan Reynolds is the one from Ken, from Barbie, right?
No.
Oh shoot, I would love
Christine,
the other one. Ryan,
get out of here.
What's his
Ryan
name?
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, and then him being like with his super blonde hair, and then having like a different coffee shop like across the street. I would imagine that.
I think you just want him as Ken.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Oh well, I actually agree with Sarah on the superior Ryan, who is clearly Reynolds. Yeah, I wonder whether he would, because I mean, like, these are very big stars to get on the show, so that would be expensive. But yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds very funny, Deadpool. So yeah, that could be fun. Or maybe we should make him play the opposite of what he's used to. But I don't know. I feel like he can also play like silly, goofy guys. And cool guys as well. So Ryan, maybe you let us know who you want to play.
Maybe a villain or something.
Oh, a villain in Friends.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the genre.
Well, it does say a rival coffee shop owner, I suppose.
So that's maybe kind of a villain.
Villainous enough.
Yeah.
So you'll be pleased to know, Christine, we are almost at the end of this lovely email.
No, I don't want it to end.
Sarah, keep on going.
Yeah.
So she says, I imagine starting a podcast is not easy, so this is my plea to keep on going. I'm really enjoying it so far and can't wait to keep watching the series with you too. Happy to be a friend of friends of friends. I love that she got that.
Yeah.
Like, yes, so it's cute. Working.
I loved it. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you.
That was so nice. And I really that was a really nice one to receive.
Yeah.
So thank you for putting in all of that time and effort into writing that for us, Sarah.
And thank you for listening to us, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Everybody for listening to us. We like you guys so much. And we do this for us mainly.
Yeah.
But also you.
Also for you guys.
We are very, very happy. Yeah. So thank you, Sarah. That was wonderful. And it does now nicely bring us to the end of our episode.
Yeah, so I hoped you guys enjoyed it, our listeners enjoyed it as much as we did.
We did. I did. And I'm already ready for our next episode where we will be chatting about season 1, episode 5, the one with the East German laundry detergent.
That's an interesting name. I've never... I know what it's about, of course, but because I know it by heart. But
from the millions of times she's watched it.
Of course, but I never realized that this was a title. But
I hope it is.
Yeah.
That's what I put in.
No, it's probably correct, but never realized it. Just a funny title.
Someone will tell me if it's wrong.
I will call you a liar again next week if it's wrong.
Please don't. Please
but no worries.
Well, if anyone doesn't want to call me a liar, you can get in touch on our Instagram at FOFPodOfficial, or shoot us a lovely email, or whatever kind of email you like, we'll take them all, at FOFPodOfficial@gmail.com. You can let us know your thoughts, feedback, questions, anything you like. We will chat about it.
And also, if you're enjoying this podcast, then please don't forget to follow us on whatever platform you're listening this on. And also, if you can, leave us a rating or a review, because this helps us, or like other people, to find our show.
5 stars.
Please.
Subliminal. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in today. We will catch you in the next episode. And until then, take care. And I'll just say... sow your magic beans, Jack, and they'll grow into something beautiful.
That was gorgeous.
Thank you.
Okay, so...
Bye!